welcome back to the Curiosity Cave, and we're in the kitchen today. I so enjoy eating tasty food, but also healthy. About a year and a half ago, I started on a whole plant diet. I had some health concerns. Since that time, I've lost 50 pounds and gained in strength and stamina. I feel body, soul, and spirit so much better. And one of the things I discovered is the importance, of course, of breakfast. So for my breakfast, almost every day, I make granola. We're gonna make it today. You can check out the recipe on a link that's provided right there in the notes for this video. This recipe is chock full of natural and organic ingredients, and it will fuel you from your morning breakfast clear into the mid-afternoon. It does for me anyway. We're going to start with some rolled oats, and here's 12 cups pre-measured. These are our dry ingredients. I've got 3 cups of raw sunflower seeds. We use raw nuts because they have more vitamins, more natural things to benefit from. 3 cups. Chia seeds are something that maybe you haven't considered, but chia is an excellent long-lasting hydrator. When chia comes in contact with water or liquid, it swells up and retains some moisture and some benefits. So 3 cups chia seeds we're going to use. Some wheat bran. Wheat bran is, I think, the best brand. You can have oat bran, but this has a few more good stuff. Lots of fiber. Almonds. Now you can use any combination of things. You could use walnuts. I just love slivered almonds. Again, 3 cups. Those are going to go in. Our last ingredient, flax, whole flax. And whole flax is just super great and will give you lots of fiber. So 3 cups of that. These dry ingredients then need to be mixed, and here's what it looks like. This is the first step. These are all the dry ingredients mixed together. Now that we have our dry ingredients thoroughly mixed together, on to the wet ingredients, and we're going to make a bit of a slurry. The slurry starts with 100% apple cider juice. 100%, and this is both sweet and complementing the bananas. It will bind everything together and produce a bit of a sweetness. We use either fresh bananas or slightly old bananas, or even frozen bananas. Of course, they keep in the freezer for a long time. We add to a blender about 4 cups of liquid, 4 cups of the apple cider. If your blender doesn't hold that much, then you can do 2 of these consecutively. We add our bananas. We usually use between 3 and 4 bananas onto the apple cider. Here's our apple cider. To make things super tasty, I like ginger, I like cinnamon, and I like vanilla. We've been making this for a long time, and we've used cardamom, we've used a little nutmeg, we've used dry fruit if you like your granola sweeter. A lot of this, after you begin to get a rhythm of what this tastes like, make sure you put in those ingredients that you like, and it's adaptable. So in goes our ginger, our cinnamon, and I've used 3 tablespoons of ginger, 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, and finally 3 tablespoons of vanilla. We're going to use our Vitamix. Blend these all together. Let your blender run and make your slurry nice and smooth. Once your slurry is finished, it's going to be nice and smooth, and it's going to look like this. Add this liquid to your dry ingredients. And what I usually do is I add a little bit of it, a little bit at a time. Maybe a quarter or a third. to work in those dry ingredients with the wet. You have a lot of dry ingredients in this bowl, so it takes a considerable amount of your wet slurry to mix in. What you're going for is to saturate the oats so that the oats actually begin to soak up this wet ingredient. We've used more than half of our wet ingredients, and as you can see, it's still actually pretty dry. Okay? So we want to get everything saturated. So we're going to empty the rest of that. After you feel like you've mixed in all of your slurry, just simply add some more apple cider. You really can't go wrong here. Again, the goal is to have your mixture damp, like it'll form a ball. And what this does in terms of your granola is that it provides some binding agent. It clumps so that what you see in the store is something that you can produce simply without oil, using bananas and the apple cider. And we're getting to that consistency that we're after. You can see that everything is glistening. And again, you want to be able to create something that holds together. You're going to allow this to sit anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. We actually double this recipe because we like making a month's worth. When I usually do this, I allow the first batch to soak, and then I start mixing the second batch. We're going to find some cookie sheets. We're going to turn our oven on to 200 degrees. We'll show you that next step. Well, welcome back. We're at the oven, and we have our 200 degree setting. The racks are, as you can see, spaced out appropriately. So here we have a baking pan and a baking sheet. This one obviously is high-sided. We can put more in here if we choose to. And we simply add our mixture to the pan. And you can see that this is already kind of glumping together, which is kind of what you're after. You'll have a mixture of little clusters and some of the granola that is just sort of free and doesn't glump. You want to spread this out. Now, something that I've learned recently is you want to leave a little bit of a hole in the middle because things will tend to dry from the outside in, and so that allows heat to also be distributed from the inside out. We'll do that with our second pan, and we'll pop these into the oven. Okay, we've put our second pan together, and we're going to pop these into the oven. We're doing this at 200 degrees, and it's low and slow. The reason why we use 200 degrees is because it keeps all the nutrients from actually getting burnt. And when you're roasting seeds, you want to keep it below 240 degrees. We choose to go super slow. And this is going to take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours at 200 degrees. Yeah, I know, it takes some time, but we usually make it in the afternoon. It's 1:13 right now, and it'll be done sometime tomorrow morning, and we'll be raring to eat it. So, I love to eat, especially when it's tasty and healthy for you. And so here's our finished granola. We're obviously getting down to it, that's why we've made some more. You can see the consistency, it's totally dry. When your granola comes out of the oven, you do not want it to be wet in any way. And if it is, just continue to keep it in the oven until it is dry. You can see there's a mixture of clumps. What I like to do is slice up a banana, put some blueberries on it, and of course finish it with some almond milk. And I'm telling you that when I eat breakfast in the morning, I am full and fueled until 2, 3 o'clock every day. I want you to be healthy. You know, God's word says that God has provided every tree, all the seeds, all the fruit, plants for our food. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29. He did that for us. And so eat healthy, be healthy, and live your best life. Thanks again.